Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Oh, I hope you're staying warm tonight. And London's getting very wintry, very wintry. And it kind of started a couple of nights ago. And yes, today is proper cold. So I hope you're doing well and stay safe and cozy and watching Yogi tonight. And wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, and maybe good evening as well. And it's 8:30 London time. And Thursday night, this is what I'm stitching tonight. Okay, so this is 14 counts, one of my 14 count projects, and I'm really into 14 counts this week. For the past week, for some reason, I'm just craving for some 14 count goodness. So you might be able to see a little bit of a development going on here. I'll tell you more about it a little bit later on. Okay, so this is a piece from John O'Brien, one of my favorite artists when it comes to cross stitching, and probably for some of you as well. And so this piece is called Twilight View, and previously known to me as stationery shop or something like that, stationery store. I much prefer Twilight View. And if you don't know what the piece looks like, let me show you the marker. All right, right here. It's absolutely gorgeous. So the artist is quite known for European street views. She's got many sort of illustrations and artwork surrounding European streets. And this is definitely somewhere in Paris. You can see the Eiffel Tower, I think, in the horizon there. And it's just glorious and beautiful. And these little boutiques, back streets, is just so whimsical. And so this piece I've been working on maybe close to actively probably over a year, to be honest. I started this piece a little bit before that, and then I kind of just put it aside, working on 25 counts heaven and earth projects for quite a while. And it wasn't until early this year I was just craving for some changes, and I came back to all these 14 count projects that kind of slightly neglected in previous couple of years. So let me show you my app right here. So I'm tracking my progress with Saga. Now I have the digital version of the pattern. Previously I was working on paper pattern, a scanned paper pattern through a different tool. And now I have the pattern imported properly on Saga. So I've been kind of, working sort of different areas of my interest. So previously, if you've been following this piece, you probably noticed I was trying to complete this area with, let me show you the actual markup. You know what is going on here. So if I turn on the markup view, you can see that there's a beautiful poster here, just on the left side of the building, and a lady in red dress. It's so pretty. And I've been working on that for a few sessions, but today I want to kind of change the location and change the flavor slightly. I want to go back up to the kind of second page, really. So if you look at the pattern in page term. So previously I finished page 1 on the left here, and then the first page of the second row below where the poster is. And now today I kind of want to move up here and work on the roof of the building a little bit. And it's it's going well because I've been sneakily working on it, okay? And I'll explain to you what I've been doing. And let's just look at the numbers here, because numbers are interesting and important as well, stitch counts, okay? So in terms of the percentage here, if you look at the upper left where it says progress, I'm just slightly, well, not just slightly, I'm a little bit more than slightly under 10%, but I'm close, I'm 9.20, okay? And I have no idea how many stitches will be required for me to go over to 2-digit, to 10%, but I'm working on it. I'm very happy with it. And in terms of the total colors involved, it's a modest 55. If you look at the bottom on the left panel there, 55 colors, but it's by no means simple as a pattern. It's full coverage and it's very colorful and it's really, really well charted. I'll show you in a bit. And so let me start a new sprint here, okay? And I am going to just leave it to the default name. So sprint essentially for Saga is just a counter to capture the stitches I'm working on per session. So it's not sort of divided by date, for instance. It's just a session per session, however long it is. So this will capture every single stitch I'm about to make tonight. And of course it's important because at the end of every stream, the regulars know we play a game called Guess My Stitches, okay? And if you're new to the channel, welcome, you're in for a treat. And we play this game at the end of every single stream, and it's for you to come forward to guess how many stitches I have made. So stay with us and all will be revealed. So before I'm explain a little bit more about my plan today. Oh, I just signed myself out right there. I am going to switch back, okay? And look at my fabric right here. And before I make a single stitch, of course, I am going to say hello to you. Hello, everyone. And let's see who I've got with me to stitch with me in this beautiful Thursday night. I've lost track of which day it is. Yes, it's Thursday night, okay? And first of all, we have first to report to the chat is our Rajal. Yes, our member as well says, hello everyone, happy stitching on Thursday. So good to see you, Rajal. And always the first top 3 to report to the chat. Amazing, well done. And then we have our Sarah as well, providing our quote of the day. I'm looking forward to it. Today's quote is, if I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Dr. M.L. King Jr. Amazing, absolutely. We can come back to this one a little bit later. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Sarah. And we also, have you noticed your handles, your names kind of look slightly different today? Some, like Sarah's name is appearing as a human name, but some of you kind of default back to the handle there. So if I get anybody's name incorrectly, I'll try to guess. I think I can probably manage it. But if I get it wrong, forgive me and just tell me who you are exactly. Oh, I have just learned everybody's names finally, and YouTube is messing me up. Okay, so this is Landria. Says good evening all. I'm actually going to stitch tonight, yay! But I need to slip out early because I'm exhausted. I'm happy stitching all. Yes, Alandra has just started a new job, so it needs a little bit of adjustments, a new timetable, new people, new work schedule, everything. So take it easy, and if you need to have a lie down, just listen to Yogi. Watch Yogi stitch. I'll stitch for you and listen to the chat, okay? And relax. And we also have Kerry, Kerry EVK Stitcher. If I knew you before, introduce yourself again. Says hello, Stitcher. And if you're new, maybe you're new, then hello. We give our newcomers a little highlight, a little spotlight there. So welcome. And we have Clara as well. Hello, people. And Wendy. Yes, though, thank God, most of the names so far I can recognize. And Janine as well. Good to see you. And Chelsea Summers, welcome. And Amira is also here. And Silver Stitches Lizzie is also here in the chat. YouTube just making my life so much harder. And just give me some human names so it's easier to digest. And Leslie McLean as well. Chloe C is back with us. And our lovely Susan Chamberlain, my little assistant here. You know, I'm like a magician. You know, this is a magic show. And every magician has a little assistant, a really pretty one. And that's our Susan right there. So, and Henny as well. And Colette is also here in the chat. And who else have we got here? We have Busy Mom. Hey, good to see you. And Catherine Ryan as well. And Callan is also back with us. I'm taking a guess, okay? I'm taking a guess. And Christy, yes, this one I recognize. Christy is also back here. And Tanuki, are you new to us? If you are, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for saying hello and stay in the chat with us. It's good fun. And Roxy Wild as well. And Stitching. Oh, we've got some new friends here, guys. And Stitching, Betty Knows. Very nice, interesting thumbnail. Good to see you. Welcome. And also we have Kitted Harpen. I think you were, you had a proper name before. I know you. I recognize the picture. Tell me who you are. Remind me. The human name. Okay. And this is like a game, puzzle game. And Made by Doll. Hi everyone, happy stitching time, welcome if you're new to us. And if you previously a different name, I'm so sorry, let me know who you are. And Mandy Moran as well, back with us. And who else have we got here in the chat? Belinda is also here. Yes, I know, Belinda. Belinda says, oh dear, YouTube, always trying something new. Well, it's okay if they're trying something that's better, but they normally just mess things up. So here we go. And so this is like a game, like guess game, okay? And we also have Tracy Parker here in the chat as well. Welcome, everyone. And so this piece is 14 count. I'm doing 2 over 1 full cross, okay? And no controversy there. So what's happening here on my fabric? Because last time I was working on the lady in red dress, and I intend to go back at some point and continue to work on that. But I worked on that session, that area for probably 2-3 sessions already. So I quite fancy changing the area here. So in the past week, whenever I felt slightly, stressed or tired or whatever, I came back to this piece. And what I did was I just block off the area here. I have no idea how many blocks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 by 6 area here. And I started stitching from minimum to max, because previously there's some areas kind of partially filled just a little bit here, but I kind of started from minimum to max. And I have to tell you guys, it's so relaxing to do. Something about 14 counts when you do it this way, it's just so relaxing. And also this pattern is not confetti heavy at all, barely any confetti. Occasionally you get sort of ninja stitches, kind of lone stitches, just there out of nowhere. But this piece is about, as you saw earlier, it's 55 colors. And it's quite nice and easy, just enough color changes. You don't get bored, but not too overwhelming. So it's so relaxing to do. So you can see I actually did a little bit. I have no idea how many stitches, but I was slowly building from lower number of stitches and going up. And I'll find out where I am right now in terms of stitch counts, per color. But I think, I've done all the sort of loose stitches everywhere there. So I'm really, good to go right here. This is the fun part when it comes to minimum to max. You've never done it before. You do need tools. You do need apps that can help you with that to calculate the number of stitches per color within the area. Otherwise, it's just so fun to do. And so let me show you where I am now, okay? So I'm doing minimum to max. Let me just bring up the box first. So I've got the box defined already. Let me lock it. We don't want a slippage, okay, with the boxes. So this is where I am. And let me open a thread here. So really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Within this area, I've only got 6 colors to go. The color I'm about to stitch is 89 stitches. So it's like flying. I love it. This will be so relaxing to do. Okay, so this is my plan today, and the numbers move up. The final color of this area is 500, over 500 stitches. Hang on, let me take a sip of water. Oh dear, the throat is playing up a little bit. I'm gonna stay nice and warm here. Okay, so my starting point, this probably has never happened before, is 89 stitches. Okay, so this will be really, really nice to do. And I'm going from minimum to max here, nice and easy. Oh, I just love this for some reason, and I kept coming back just a few stitches at a time when I'm, just feel like just need a bit of calming down and just relax. I just come back to this piece and just keep stitching it. So I've made a pretty good progress here. So I'm going to keep going, okay? And guys, let me know what you're working on today. Thursday night, work on whatever you want day. And I'll keep guessing everybody's name, okay? And really good to have you here with me. So I'm going to pick my first color here. The starting color that's got 89 stitches is 3860. So this piece came in as a kit, the entire kit. So the fabric, the Aida, and the floss. This is Egyptian cotton, I believe, came in with the kit. And I've got 4 of these. So I combine all the colors here. It follows DMC colors, so it works the same way. So I've got a separate master set for the 14 count projects. And oh, I love it. I'm really happy that I came back to the 14 count. Because for a little while, particularly when I transitioned to 25 counts, I kind of looked at 14 counts almost like children's project. And I was totally wrong. This is so much fun. And it's so beautiful as well. It's got just sort of slightly different expression of the stitches, because you can see the crosses a lot more, and it's more pixelated, if you can put it that way, but it's just a different style of completion. I love it. I love it. 3860, and with days you really just want to relax. I remember some of you say that when you want to kind of have a relaxing session, you do stamp kit. This is kind of my equivalent of stamp kit. It's the chart is not confetti, and but it's not sort of block by block either, so not you don't come across a block stitching. So it's a nice balance of color changes, and also the stitches are nice and big, and oh, so good, so good. So this is actually I'm gonna take 2 pieces because I've got so many stitches to go. Normally I take 1 strand and fold it in half. I'm gonna just take 2. so I don't have to top up that quickly. Because I've got over 80 stitches waiting for me. So let me take another strand here. And knitted harpen. I think it's a Chrissy, right? Is it Chrissy? I just finished 1,022 stitches on Unicorn Valley. So no, this is Suzanne. No, this is not Chrissy. This is Suzanne. My goodness, they're really messing my head up. Yes, so they're actually showing the YouTube handle rather than your human name. Seriously, guys, complain to YouTube. Stop them from messing our head. Yes, this Suzanne, of course. What am I talking about? Suzanne says, I just finished 1,022 stitches on Unicorn Valley, so I'm taking a little break. I may do knitting tonight. Yes, go with it. Go for it. 1,000 already. My stitching session has just started. My current stitch count is grand total of 0. All right, so Suzanne, you're doing very, very well. Doing very, very well. All right, so let me throw my strand. Yes. So Lizzie says, I'm stitching Blooming Whiskers artwork by Ashworth Studio, charted by Pain-Free Craft, 1/1 full cross on 25 count, stitching 602 at the moment. Or maybe you're gonna get a spooky bingo somewhere in the chat. Right. Here we go. I'm ready. I hope you are as well. Oh, yes, stitching Betty, no, my switched. I'm Betty H. Thank you. I'll try to connect those names together, but you know, me and names don't mingle. My memory, I've got limited slots in my brain for names. If I run out of slots, yeah, I get things mixed up. So forgive me when that happens. It's bound to happen, okay? So here we go. I'm going to work on this. Quite a few stitches here. You can see it's very, very nice. So I'm going to start from top to bottom. Actually, that makes sense. So I'm going to start here. Oh, let me pull it a little bit closer here. And I've got Pikachu to help me today. Okay, and London Buzz. Oh yes, always could have London Buzz with me guarding my needles. Today I'm using 26 size needles, so I've got plenty of them. How nice for a change. My 28 count, the size 28 are running down to 0 right now. I need to top them up very soon. So here we go, warming up. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit here. So the position of my hoop is a little bit tricky today because it's quite a large area. So, you know, I want everything to be captured. I don't normally work within this large area, but it's kind of working right now. So first stitch, I'm warming up. It would be quite nice to do just complete, you know, color completion within a quite sizable area. It's quite nice. Changing things up a little bit, you know. Excuse me. Lizzie's drinking Earl Grey tea. And Carrie, oh, okay, Carrie EVK is Carrie Van Kessel. Oh dear, Carrie, I'm so sorry. Yes, Carrie says I just didn't like all the numbers on my old Insta handle. Yes, it's so much nicer to have human names, isn't it? Because otherwise you just feel like you're just a code. We're not just a code. We're not just a number. But hopefully they're going to get a lot of complaints and they're going to change it back. I think if they've done this before. They kind of just do weird experiment from time to time, and then if they get told off, they change it back. I don't know what they're trying to do here. No idea. All right, and let me mark as I go so I don't get lost. This is so nice though. I just love the way it stitches. And 14 counts, you can hear the sound of the fabric as the thread goes through a lot more. I find it so relaxing. And particularly yesterday, I was working on 32 counts. It's a nice change, a reset. And Callan says, Lady Grey tea again with my stocking slowly rolling on. Ha! Yes, you're working on a stocking, aren't you? And Tracy? Oh, I'll be lurking as usual, Tracy. You can lurk, okay? So nice of you to say hi, so I know you're there. Suzanne, I know. I figured that out. I know. And Love Drunk, yes. This one I can probably figure out. Says good evening, Yogi and chat. Yes. Oh, made by Doe is Jan Doe. Oh my goodness, I missed you, Jan. We were talking about you the other day. I was wondering what happened to Jan. I don't see her anymore. So good to see you. And you came back with a new name. No, you didn't. It's just your handle. Made by Doe. I love that handle, actually. I know. I finally, remember most of your names, and now they want to take it all away from me. They just don't want your life to be too easy. So good to see you, Jan. And so Susan, luckily I recognize Susan's name is Woodland Santa drinking hot chocolate. Yes, even if you're Susan changing her name completely to a little bunny or something, just by that comment, I know it's Susan. I know you, Susan. And Kerry says Merry Mushroom Cottage, and 18% yesterday. Oh, that's amazing. That's nearly 20, isn't it? And Leslie McLean is stitching Happy Village and drinking mint tea. Lovely. I've got peppermint tea ready for me as well. So here we go. Where am I? That's the question I ask every day. Where am I exactly? Here, I think I found it. So this is no mystery for you. If I look up to the chat and look down again, I literally do not know where I am. Just think of that. It's not easy. All right, here. Let me mark these 2 stitches. I move to the left here. It's so nice to be just, just traveling everywhere freely and just filling in all the stitches. I think minimum to max, sometimes it feels like if I do it in a very small area, let's say 4 blocks, in a way, it's less overwhelming in terms of, the area you have to kind of scan through and find location, etc. But I find it quite restricted because a lot of times you probably end up with more single stitches because in a smaller area, you just simply have to, work a couple of stitches here and there. But when it's really large, sometimes with more complicated, more complex patterns like max colors, it can get quite overwhelming when you work with so many blocks. But I think this project is just perfect. You know, the pattern is quite forgiving. And so it's quite nice to work in a slightly larger area. Sarah says, working on Monarch, drinking coffee. Sarah's name has turned into a handle as well, but in the very beginning, it was displayed properly. Could it be they literally just changed that setting just during our stream? Because just before our stream, I think. That is so strange. And Sarah's working on Monarch, drinking coffee. I read that one, I think. And Amira says, still stitching the jellyfish, though I am finally finished with all the blue colors. Blue stitching and just all the others. White right now. Oh, I don't think it's getting better. I think blue might be a little bit easier than white. So Amira is doing air stitching tonight. And Janine's working on Christmas Angel. Stamp Kid. Oh, nice and easy. I like it. And drinking water. But coffee will be happening soon. Sounds like a thread. Yes, sounds good. I've got a little bit of leftover coffee. It's cold, but I don't mind cold coffee. I like cold coffee. Here we go. This is very nice. And this Ada is so nice to stitch as well. It's very substantial, you know. It's not stiff, because some Ada, they can come sometimes quite stiff. And you literally have to work with it for quite a while before it softens. But this one, it's quite soft from the beginning, but it's very substantial to stitch, and it's lovely. It's very, very, it just feels very solid. And this is going to be a beautiful piece once it's done, because of all the details here, even though it's 14 counts, only 55 colors, but it's so well charted. And yes, also it's got back stitches as well, so I'll be able to add more details as I move forward. So it's good fun. Hennies is working on stamped landscape as well. Oh, another stamp kit stitcher tonight. Drinking honey tea and Cola Zero. Snacking Kit Kat, double chocolate. Oh my goodness. Yes, Henny is sorted tonight. So, you know, Henny's came prepared. She's not kidding around. No, it's a Kit Kat, double chocolate, and a nice cold drink. Here we go. I love it. I really love this project. I'm just really into 14 counts this week, for the past week. I literally kind of missed it every day. And looking forward to put a few stitches in. But this one, I've been focused on this one because it's so much fun just filling in the stitches here. Alandra says, no hot drinks for me. I burn my tongue on tea this morning. Cold drinks all away. So I have a glass of wine and traveling library. What a lovely combination. That's so sophisticated. A glass of wine and traveling library. Oh, sounds good to me. 1, 2, 3. 3 over here. And Chelsea Summers is working on Act of God by Long Dog Samplers. I love the diversity of, different types of work everybody is working on. Different types of projects. Vaduhi is also here in the chat. Hello, hello. And Lakika has joined us as well. Welcome. And Betty Lou Taylor as well. Everybody's name is all weird, but I'm taking a guess. And is that Raja? Is this Raja? Raja's name? I'm trying to... Yes. This is Raja, right? Raja says, I'm working on diamond painting. Tonight is going to be an interesting night, trying to connect names to everyone. Christy says, I just finished another quote top before the start of the stream. And now I'm switching to Heart of America by Malcolm Watson, charted by Haid. Wow. So when you say quote top, do you mean top as in a blouse? Because that could mean... Now, over here, if you say I'm making a top, I'm probably thinking like a blouse or something, a quoted blouse. But I'm guessing maybe not. Who knows? Alison Rennie, yes. I'm relieved when I read the handle and it still looks like names I recognize. Says evening, everyone. Good morning away for now. New start from the Stamp Stitch Club is Moonlit Majestic. Oh, quite a few of you are working on Stamp Kit. I've never done it before. I'd love to try. But where am I right now? I think I'm here. Okay. I'm good. This is feeling very good. And Clara says, I'm drinking spearmint tea. In Spanish, it's called herba buna. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it, but how nice of you to share. And Chloe says, stitching on Christmas house. 2 again, drinking tea. How nice. And John Doe says, I've been busy. I've watched a few replays, but I'm very far behind. Did you say 32 counts? Amazing. Have to go back and watch that. Yes, it's my first 32 count project is the Christmas piece. So I've been working on it for 3 weeks now. But the first one, it was a little bit hairy. You can start with that one, and it will help you to, to understand where I am right now, why I'm stitching, the way I'm stitching. It's a little bit of a experiment, All right, let me see where I'm going to flow my stitches. So I'm going to do a Danish method just for these 3 stitches here, so I can bring the thread back down. Bring it back. Here we go. It's quite handy, the one leg at a time, so because I want to take the stitches downwards. So Amira says, why minimum to max colors and not the other way around? Very good point, Amira. So you could go the other way as well. But I think the benefit of going from minimum to maximum is, if you start with lower number of stitch count, let's say in the beginning, depends on the area, you might have a lot of single stitches, right? And those ones, if you take care of those, or even if you have 3 stitches per color, but they might be in a different location within the area you're stitching. So very, very often, people probably carry the thread over to the second location and to the third, right? Let's say if there's 3 stitches in a completely different area. So what happens is, as you take the thread over, it creates, a floating thread underneath. So the benefit of going from minimum to maximum is, as you do those looser stitches, lower number of stitches first, and then take the thread wherever you want, and then as you build up the stitches, eventually those floating thread underneath will get stitched down. So that's, if you care about threads being tucked down, some people might not. I've seen people going sort of cross-country, long-distance cross-country with threads everywhere, floating everywhere. And some stitches, that might not be an issue. But for me, I like my back to be as, tidy as possible. Not tidy as in uniform, it's probably not possible. But it's more of, not having floating thread everywhere. So if you go the other way around, then eventually the final few stitches you'll be doing will be single stitches. Single stitches might be okay, just do 1 and end. But if you have 3 stitches, that can be a bit of a problem. The question will be, do you then take the thread over this area is already stitched, like, this area? Or do you do 1 stitch, stop and start the second location? So, it's doable. And I'm sure some people do the other way around for whatever reason, but it makes more sense to do it from minimum to maximum. So by the time you do the final color, which is the highest number of the stitches, you're going to stitch all the floating threads with those stitches. if that makes sense. Suzanne says, I wonder YouTube is doing this. Oh, they're doing this just to mess up our head. That's what they're doing. Because they don't like people having fun. They're going, well, now you know each other. Let's see what happens if we just, turn everything into gibberish. That's what it is, Suzanne. They're having a laugh with us. Hey, Betty Lou Taylor. Yes, I've said hello to Betty. So I'm slowly just scrolling through the chat. And Jamie Womack is here. Good to see you. And she's stitching Merry Mushroom Cottage. And Cassie as well says, hello, everyone. Good to see you, Cassie. Oh, Christy says quilt as in blanket, but just the top layer. Okay, so you're not quoting a blouse. You can tell I'm totally clueless. Yes, okay, the top part of the quilt blanket, quilted blanket. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks. And Al Fleming. Oh, yes, I do recognize the name. Good to see you. Oh, we're just talking about YouTube messing up everybody's real name or human name. And Janine says, this damn kid is very confetti. More than Amy Stewart pieces, really? Stamp kits. Well, yes, I presume it can be very complicated as well, complex pattern as well. Wow. So it's got confetti, it's got a lot of color changes. And the back looks like rat nest, but it's coming up nicely, just need patience. Yes, stamp kit. It'll be interesting how you stitch it, because particularly if it's confetti, I think the fun part is the fact that you don't have to refer to a pattern. So you just follow the symbols on the canvas. But I think you probably still need some sort of a strategy, right? You can't just stitch whatever you want, because then you're probably going to run into issues with maybe floating thread, or maybe I don't know. Maybe it's not so much a problem. Maybe it's not so much a problem with the stamp kit. I've never done it, so I have no idea. So I've got a little bit of the thread left. So I'm going to do color completion. So I'm going to follow the colors and complete the stitches, all the stitches of the same color before I move to the next. And I've got more than 40 stitches to go. And Busy Mom is joining the work club today. Busy Mom is at work, listening. Clara is setting me up, okay? Clara says, I was thinking you would make me smile as you try to pronounce pepperminty in Spanish with the accent. Oh dear, I wouldn't try, because you just come out really, butchered. Oh, yes, you're quite right. It's comedy, okay? Here we go. And Liam Burgess has joined us as well. It says, hi everyone, stitching the traveling library, drinking cappuccino. Oh. This piece is so diverse. It goes with wine, it goes with cappuccino. Where am I? An ultimate question. I think I found it. Yes. Right, so I am going to do 2 more with this piece. Actually, 1 more. This is running really short. I am going to do this one and then end my thread here. That was so relaxing to do. Nice and easy. And our Flemons, because I recognize the previous name as well. And she says, my name's Mia. Okay, I'll do my best, okay? I can't promise, I promise I remember all the names, or sort of connect, I'm able to connect the handles with the names all the time, because some of you, you've got your regular names on the handle, then that's easier. But like Mia's case, it's very different from the handle. So I'll do my best. If not, remind me, okay? And and have mercy on me. My brain is fried, literally. Yes, Alandria is having saying night to everyone. Night to Alandria, and have a lovely rest. Ready for tomorrow. All right, let me take a sip of my peppermint tea as well. Not in Spanish, okay? I'm not going to pronounce in Spanish. I'm going to just open the lid here, take a little sip. I think it's still really hot. Really good. So soothing. What? Hang on, let me just check something, because it's so weird, because we have a kind of a system, because for those of you who don't know, hang on, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5. Sorry, I'm just looking at this app. It's to do with yoga, actually, because we have this app to manage classes. If, for instance, if I can't make it to a class to teach, I can post something out and for another teacher to pick up my classes. And I just got a notification of a class I did not offer to cover. So I'm just a little bit confused. I was just looking at the notification. I think maybe a glitch. And you know, the class that I supposedly have agreed to teach is on It's on 30th, 12th. That's like almost New Year's Eve, isn't it? I definitely did not offer to teach that class. I don't know what's happening. Maybe someone just desperate and just assigned it to me. I'll find out. I was just a little bit confused for a moment there. Clara says, Yogi, can you please show me your teacup with a lid? If you don't mind, I'm looking for the one to keep the tea warm. It's not a teacup. I use a flask. I can show it to you, actually. It's a really basic flask that I sometimes carry around when I teach. I just pop in the bag. So I use ones that really, it's got a very secure lid there. Let me just show you. It's just I can't remember the brand. Let me just push it aside for you. It's really, I can't tilt it, so you probably can't see it very well. Let me just, it's just a very basic flask. And then it's got a lid that comes with it, and you just screw it on. It's very, very secure. Because sometimes those ones you just clip on, it's very dangerous if you put it in the bag. But with this, literally, you can see it's like it's got metal side there, and it keeps the heat really, really well for hours and hours. So and it's the screw top is most secure. And I've got quite a few different flasks actually, but this one is kind of slightly bigger one, so you can put a lot of tea in there. So that's it really. So I use it during the stream as well, because sometimes the tea gets a little bit cold. So this is my peppermint tea right here. Okay. I think you can find very similar ones on Amazon. I can't remember the brand. Let me see. I'm not even sure it's got a brand name. But there are quite a few companies, they do flasks like this. And this one's quite big as well. I think it's got, how many mils? Maybe 400, 450 or something like that. Quite large. So. Amira says maybe they meant 30th 11 instead of 30th 12. Oh, but over here the date is always before the month. So, and I do not remember. And looking at the location as well, I definitely did not offer this one. So I need to get it sorted out with them. And also it's on 6 o'clock. If I teach that one, I wouldn't be here for streaming. So I don't think I offer to teach that one. So I don't know what happened there. Oh, Chelsea Summers says, oh my God, over here in the US, that's a tumbler. So when you say flask, I was thinking something completely different. Yeah, flask here, basically just kind of thermal cup, really, with some sort of lid. Yes. So how would you, tumbler is just a container. Tumbler over here could be a glass cup, glass cup. I don't think you will have a lid. I don't know. This is what I called a flask. Clara says, I see it's almost like a thermos, but shorter and choppier. Yeah, I think you can find different models there. They all do similar things, but you definitely, well, at least for me, because I don't just use them for streaming. I actually carry them in my bag as I teach during the day. So the lid has to be super secure. Otherwise, you know, it would be tears. Oh, I see. Sarah says, I was thinking flask is what you put liqueur in. Oh, that may be flask as well. I know what you're saying. It's like a little metal container. You just go discreetly, just take a sip during the day. Yes. No, no, no. This is much bigger. Jamie Lawson. I'm doing my best. I don't know what your previous name was. She says, I keep changing my name and number. I'm going through divorce right now. Oh, so put in my maiden name, quite like the look of it. So is Jamie Lawson? What was your previous name? Is Jamie? I'm getting confused. People changing their names. Guys, you know, if you want to have fun with yogi, okay, just keep changing your name. There's no way I'll be able to know who you are anymore. Go on then. If that's how you want to do it, go for it. It's not like my life is not hard enough already with names. 3A60. I'm going to take 2 more pieces. It's very relaxing and quite fast to stitch, isn't it? I did close to 40 stitches so far. It's not bad. Not bad for yogi. Okay, I am going to take 2 pieces. So they're full length. I'm not folding them in half. Alandria says there's an ad for yoga classes in the train station I commute from, which has the same pink flower logo on it. It's a national symbol. Or is there a chance a wild yogi is sighting near me? No, the symbol is actually universal. It's a symbol of yoga. So it's a lotus flower. It's not just me. So it could be someone else using the symbol. No, it's a symbol of yoga. Or maybe it's me. Who knows? I'm not saying anything. I think the best way to find out is to go to the class. Go to those classes and see who's teaching that. Alandra is supposed to be in bed. Oh, Jamie Womack. Okay, got it. And now you're back to Jamie Lawson. Why not? And I hope everything's going well with the divorce. It can be, quite stressful. So, you have our support, okay? Whatever you decide to do. All right, I'm gonna take it from here this time and flow the stitches down. Mira says, I guess this is extra hardcore stream. Yes. Lizzie says, I spilled some tea on my pre-gridded 25 count fabric. Will I lose the grid? Is it a hypothetical question, or have you actually spilled on your fabric? Because if you have, then you can see whether the grids is fading away. To be honest, I don't entirely know, because even though I do have pre-gridded fabric, I do use it for some of my projects, I have never finished anything at this point. Well, is that a surprise? So I never try to wash them, and I've never spilled anything on top of those fabrics, so I don't know those pre-gridded lines will come off. Maybe some might know, but in theory, you're supposed to be able to wash. Oops, sorry. You're supposed to be able to wash the fabric and remove the lines. So I presume that those lines are water solutable. They disappear, but how much water do you need to remove them? I have no idea. In fact, if I remember correctly, I have heard people complaining about not being able to remove those lines completely. So some of you might be able to help. Captain Squirrel, thank God, I recognize the name. It really helps when when your handle actually contains the human name somehow, the squirrel name. Good to see you. Janine says, Silva, if you wash the tea off, you lose the grit. Oh, I see. So Lizzie is not necessarily asking about the tea portion, as in, you know, it might make the gridding go away. You're talking about if you were to wash it, right? In theory, yes, I think that's the idea. If you wash it, the grit will fade away. But to be honest, if I spill something here, if it's not on top of the stitch area, let's say if I spill something, you know, like in the on-stitch area, I'll probably just leave it, unless it's just terrible, unless it's just, you know, I don't know, really, really bad. Otherwise, I'll probably just leave it and stitch over it. It's probably easier. But the thing is, if you just wash the portion that's got tea stain and then just grid it yourself, just for that portion, it should be okay as well. Because all it is, you're just counting 10 by 10. That's it. Zoom in a little bit more. Yes, if you just keep changing your name, then yeah, it's going to be a very entertaining stream here. It's not guess my stitches. It's like guess who it is in a chat. No idea. All right then, where am I? Down here. Two. And this one over here. Clara says, it takes very hot water plus several hours to remove the grid lines. Plus you also have to keep refreshing the hot water during the hour or two. Oh my goodness. It takes to remove those lines. Okay, so they don't just come off. Yes, I actually heard people complaining about those lines not coming off despite washing with warm water and stuff like that. So 1, 2, 3. Why do I have this 3 marked when they're not there? Oh, strange. Hang on, let me just address this issue here. 2 stitches. Okay. I am going to end it here actually, and then move it to the second location because there are 2 stitches, 3 stitches. You know what? You know what I did? Hang on, I've got a whole bunch of stitches that I haven't done, but they're marked. What is going on? I haven't done those ones. Can you see that? Those, I don't know what happened. I probably pressed the wrong button. Let me just address that first, because otherwise I am going to be very confused. Oh dear, when did that happen? Right, because all those dark ones do not exist. Let me just make sure that I am here. Hang on. Let me just end this thread here and dock it. Okay, so this one is 3A60. 3A60. I'm going to just park it here for now and deal with this situation. What is going on here? Right. Let me just erase them, okay? Because these are not done yet. I don't know when I did this. Let me do this one. Let me erase these ones. Right. And that one as well. I must have pressed the bucket for some reason without knowing. But it's not too bad. There are just a few stitches here. And these ones as well. Oh dear. Right. I think that should be okay. It's all right. It's all right. All right then. In that case, I'm going to continue with this one. Oh, that was hairy. Yes. Janine says, I didn't realize it took so long for the grid to come off. Yes, I suppose they probably need to make it relatively secure, hard to come off, because otherwise people spill liquid, or for whatever reason, the whole thing, all the grid is going to come off. Colleen, hello, good to see you. One more at the top. Catherine says, which one? Is there one more? Let me just have a double look. Oh, nothing escapes the chat. No, not that one. Let me just pick the right one. So Catherine says there's one more on top. Oh, here. Do you mean here? Amazing. Yes, this one. There's one more I forgot to erase. So I don't know when that happened. They weren't here. They weren't marked. When we started the stream. Is that all good now, Catherine? Thank you. Yes, that one wasn't there either. It's all good now, I think. Yeah, I do do this with Saga from time to time, because all the locking and unlocking is just a bit fiddly. So here we go. Phew. Now back to 3A60. Ring is here. Hello, hello. Is it Ring Akio? Because everybody's name has so changed. Today is the Guess Who It Is game, okay, throughout. Callan says so, like, add 40 to your stitch counts is that takeaway. I know. It was unintentional. I do not cheat with stitch count, okay? I cheat on other things, maybe. Not the stitch counts. I promise. Okay then, let me go up here, double check. Oh, good. Yes, it's Ring Akio. Well done, Yogi, yeah. Catherine says, in the dip, is there another one? Okay then, I will deal with that. If there's one more mistakenly marked, I will deal with it when I come to it, okay? Because I can't find it right now. So here, I'm going to complete this color, okay? So I got this bit here, and that stitch. It's like treasure hunt. Yes, I got it. Yes, found it. Oh, yes. Today, just that kind of day. All right. Janine says, my cat, Wally, who I had for about a month, has discovered how much fun it is to try to catch my floss as I pull it through the fabric. Oh, the kitty is going to be very busy if that's the fun. Yes. They love strings of any kind. I wonder why the fascination is. Oops. Here we go. Busy Mom says, my name's the name, thank God. Yes, that's how we like it. You know, can you guys do me a favor? Just go change your name to your normal name. But who knows? By the time you do that, they're probably, you know, YouTube is probably going to change it back. Because I remember vaguely, they've done this before. I don't know why they do that. Is this some sort of a psychological experiment? You know, on those poor streamers. See if they break. You know, I just start to have a nervous breakdown during the stream. It's like, who are you people? I don't know who you are anymore. Who am I? You know, like that. Some sort of crisis. Susan says, if you remove marked stitches that you are not stitched, have you frogged or not? I think as far as the app is concerned, if anything's marked, it's just presumed that is stitched. And if you remove it, I presume they just treat it as frogged and remove those counts of the number. In theory, that's what they should be doing. But whether that's what they're doing, who knows? We'll find out. Yes, if I've got a sort of extra, I don't know, 30 stitches, then maybe not. Yes, I think in theory, if you mark the stitches and then remove them, they should be gone. They should be removed from your count as well. Okay, I'm going to take it down here. Or maybe not. No. I will do a yogi move. I'm going to do a yogi move over here, okay? To take my thread away and then bring it back, because I don't like the idea. Because I'm trying to take my thread from there to down here, which is going to bring the thread across a lot of stitches, which I don't want. So I'm taking the thread away from below under my fabric, come up, do a pin. It's a yogi move, okay? And then take it down. So the thread at the bottom goes like this, anchored, and then I'm going to take it back down here. So when I stitch this area, the floating thread is are going to get stitched down. So that's the cunning plan, okay? And it makes me feel better. I know no one cares. You know, a lot of stitchers don't even care what's happening in the bottom, the other side of their whip. But I do. I don't need it super tidy. I just don't like floating threads. It's just my thing. Sarah says it's a digital frog. Sarah, have mercy on Yogi, okay? Yogi's been assigned to a mysterious class on the 30th December. I don't know how that happened. So be gentle with Yogi today. Yes, Amira says, my name is recognizable enough. I'm too lazy to change it. Yes, those of you at least have sort of recognizable first name, then yeah, I can probably figure it out. But it's those ones that's totally different, you know. Zoom in a little bit. Janine says, does it say frog like it does in Pattern Keeper? It doesn't actually, because with Saga, literally, if you mark it, the only difference is there's two over on the left. Let me show you. There's a little vertical toolbar here that I'm moving, right? Can you see that? If it's a pencil, if it's a pen symbol, then that's marking. And to unmark something, you know, if you want to use the F word, you know, that's up to you, is tapping the pencil mark and it goes up, it reverses it, and that's eraser. So they don't use the term F. They don't use the F word. It's just an eraser of a pen. That's it. So I don't think frogging, the term, exists in Saga. So that's very nice. I like that. No F word with Saga, okay? Hi, Natty. Vadu, he says, Yogi, I just want to let you know that I'm stitching my project exclusively using Gemma's method. Thank you to your demo for always watching Gemma. Oh, I know Vadu, he's a big fan of Gemma's method and Gemma as a whole. So yes, it's my pleasure to do, to demonstrate the method. And luckily, Gemma is not mad at me. Gemma has been very nice to me. So, phew, yes. So, yes, I know you're a big fan of the method as well. And I am as well, as you can tell. I love it. And I think Gemma's parking method is the second parking method I've learned. So the first one is block by block, color completion. And then I came across Gemma's method. So I'm a big fan as well. Janine says you were busy in December 30th marathon. Indeed, I think the marathon is on the 31st, isn't it? It's a Thursday. Let me double check. So I have very good reason not to accept that cover. It's so peculiar. It never happened before. Normally it's quite reliable. So I don't know what's happening there. Let me have a check. Have a look at the date. Yes, the marathon should be on the 31st because we're trying to do the countdown, don't we? So it's on Wednesday. The Saturday. Oh, it's a Saturday. Interesting. So Saturday is normally the day that we do that type of stuff anyway. So yes. Oh no. I looked at the wrong date. No, it's a Wednesday. So Wednesday is the day, and the class they booked me is on the 30th. It's on Tuesday. How strange. Very strange. So yes, our marathon should be on the 31st, the last day of the year. Alison says you should call accidentally marked stitches topples. It's not fully fledged frogs. Oh dear. Yes, I like that. Oh, sorry, I forgot to flip it back. Yes, it's a baby frog. Oh, that's really good to hear, Vaduhi. I'm happy the demo actually helps because my, perspective was because Gemma's got quite a few tutorials already, but it's coming from her brain, because obviously she came up with a method, so it makes sense to her. So I was trying to come in from someone learning the method from scratch, kind of different mindset coming in, and hopefully might help some of you to make more sense out of it, because I think it's a beautiful way of stitching. I love it. And I think, it's slightly sort of, kind of hidden gem as a stitching method, because most people know a majority of the stitching methods like royal rolls or diagonal, this and that and the other. But Gemma's method isn't talked about as much. And I think It should be, because it's such an interesting way of stitching. Very, very original. All right, I've got 12 more with this color. So in that case, I might take another strand. 3A60. 3A60. Amira says, can we maybe see something else than Saga? You have Saga on the screen. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to flip. So that was for that faux pas. I'm a professional, okay? Professional YouTuber, professional streamer, yogi. Yes. 3A60, 3A60, 3A60. But apparently, being a YouTuber is the most sought after profession for people under 20. It's no longer, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be, you know, a scientist to change the world. Now is, I want to be a YouTuber. So I've got 12 more stitches to go with this color. Just around here. Lona, hello. Lona says, Yogi, who was it? You said stitches really fast. I was trying to find her and couldn't. I know who you're talking about. It's Komari. Komari. If you search Komari, I think she changed her channel name slightly, but it's still Komari something stitching something. I mean, she changes her channel name sometimes. But if you search for Komari stitching, you'll find her. She's a Japanese lady. I think that's the one you're referring to. Lona has been lurking, but at least you're here, you know? That's an important thing. Susan says 31st is Wednesday, yes. So they booked me for Tuesday, 6 o'clock in the evening. I'd be late. I'd be late for the streaming. How dare they? There, and one more. I think I probably want to do a mini yogi move here. Because I'm taking my thread from here to there. They're just not enough for the thread to flow out away from the completed area. So I do a mini yogi move, take it away, and then come back. Lizzie says, I may have to watch the first demonstration to give parking a go when I start the saw, as I'm still uncertain how to do it without bursting my brain cells. Yes, you can try it. I think block by block stitching, parking is quite doable, even if you're new with parking. That was the first method I learned, and it's more how do I put it? It's a little bit easier to manage. If you start off with Gemma's method, I think your brain will probably fry, right? But if you start with block by block, because all you're dealing with is that 10 by 10 block, so it's a little bit more contained and there are more rules. They're much clearer, whereas Gemma's method is a lot more up for interpretation, if you know what I mean. And I think, if you're starting off, if you're new to parking, you probably much prefer sort of clearer ground rules. So that would be a very good starting method to learn. Let's see if you like it, because, I don't think it's complicated, but it's more about managing path threads, whether that's you or not. Maybe for some people it's just not you. So that's okay too. So I've got these 2 done. I've got 4 more hidden somewhere. I need to find them. It's a treasure hunt. Where are my stitches? Not guess my stitches. Where are my stitches? It's a different game. Hello, Heather House, and thank God I recognize your handle. Yes, late to the party, Heather House. I need full report. Submit immediately. I need to know why you're late for the class. Lona says, I've got over 12,000 stitches marked into Saga foam. Pattern keeper manually. Yes, okay. Forgotten gate. Have to get a turkey taking you with me. Well, I hope it wasn't too bad, because, really depending on your stitching method, if you do page by page, block by block, it's not too bad. In fact, it's actually quite easy to do it in Saga, to mark stitches in Saga that way, because you just use a box, right? But if you do cross country, then good luck. you're gonna have fun marking those stitches. So let me find the final 4 stitches hidden somewhere. I found 1. Okay, I know where they are. They're here. Hidden in the corner there. Oh, have you noticed? Not only they changed how they display your username, they also took away the crowns. Do you remember? Because they put the kind of a crown system based on how active you are with chats. You get like number 1, number 2. That's gone today. Have you noticed? There's no crowns anywhere. I was looking at the chat. I'm thinking, well, it looks a little bit less cluttered. And that's the crown system has been taken away. Maybe they're removing that one because it's not very meaningful. And also it makes the chat look very cluttered. So maybe they're removing that one. But that has nothing to do with names, right? So I don't know what they're doing. They're just having a laugh. That's what they're doing. They're just so bored to the hair. Maybe they should start stitching. Start parking. That's better. Block by block parking for YouTube employees. I'll keep them busy. Okay, the last 4, very nice. The crown? Who's getting the crowns? Oh, I see crowns. Yes, we have our own crowns, okay? They're special Christmas, edition crowns. Yes, we do have crowns. You're quite right. Yes, not those rubbish crowns from YouTube. Ours better. Yes, those are great, aren't they? Yes. They're different versions. Yes. There you go. So crowns are there, but just better ones, better ones. All right then, next color. Oh, nice, exciting. I'm gonna mark these 4, and this is the one that was in question earlier on. So now I get to stitch them. Okay. I like the color actually. It's very, very dark blue. It's A23. 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 I like the navy blue here. I'm going to take 2 pieces because I've got 63 stitches here. Ah, so Lona, you had to mark a lot of loose stitches. Yes, I had pieces like that as well when I imported the pattern. So I tend to just divide and conquer. So instead of doing the whole lot, which is quite overwhelming, I kind of just, mark general areas. So stitch counts might not be up to date, but I just tackle the areas bit by bit as I stitch those areas. So that's a choice. But just so you don't get so fed up marking them. All right then. So this color kind of start from here down. I know why, because this color covers a lot of this roof area. If you don't know where I'm stitching exactly, let me just give a quick preview here. It's quite nice. You see, this is where I am. So this blue color is it's basically the top of the roof here on the left side there. It's really nice, really nice. So a lot of nice solid dark blue color coming. So this area pretty much just shades of different blues. I'm quite looking forward to that actually. It's kind of relaxing, really relaxing to stitch. No air stitching tonight. Amira says, I still see the crowns. Which crowns though? The YouTube crowns, like as in number 1, number 2, they give you kind of ranking there. Do you still see it? Or maybe it's experimental for certain areas, because from my view, I don't see it anymore. Maybe it's regional as well. They just do different experiments. See if people notice. That's possible too. All right, so some of you see it. I don't see it. So those in the UK, Susan, do you see it? Yeah, I think YouTube just playing with us. Oh, so some of you can still see the crowns. So can I do a survey? If you look at everybody's username, do you see human name? Do you see human names, or do you see at whatever, YouTube handle? I'm just wondering whether that is part of the experiment as well. Maybe they just pick certain regions and change the setting and see if they notice. Because I don't see the crowns from my end anymore. It was there yesterday, but not today. Amira says, no human names, but crowns are still there. And Busy Mom says, Yogi Sarah has a crown after her name. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Some of you do, some of you don't, because a lot of times, yes, I can see it now again. So only some people have it. Because a lot of you have commented quite a lot. Okay, I can see that now. That is so strange. And there's no numbers like a lot of regulars should have crowns like Susan and Busy Mom and Silver. Lizzie definitely should have crowns. So it may be regional. They're really playing with us, aren't they? It's a mind game. And YouTube is playing mind games with us. What are they doing exactly? Lona says, your crowns are better. I know, Lona. I made those in my basement, with my power tools. You've seen my power tools. They're really powerful. So, yes, the crowns are a lot better. You're quite right, Lona. And it's different as well. Yes. Very strange. It's kind of random. Some of you have them, some of you don't. It's so strange. Oh. Yes, all of you have name change to the handles. Yes. So that is consistent with everyone. But some of you can see the crowns. I can't. Yeah, I can see it here. It's just quite a lot of you that normally should have a crown, because if you're here regularly, it should be part of the ranking. But yeah, so okay, so you can see the crowns. So everybody's name is all turned back into just handles. Callan says that's the XP crowns for contribution. Yes, the more you comment, the higher ranking that you go up, apparently. So if you're number one, you're the winners, okay? No buffet just yet. You only get buffet if you win against my stitches. So is starting to take shape. Ring wrong stitches, so okay. So those guys in the UK, you can see the crowns as well. I can see the crowns behind with some of you in the chat, but I'm just wondering whether that's consistent. So strange. I know, ring, new and improved, in quotation marks, up for debate. And Sarah's treating everybody with a cupcake. No buffet, but with cupcakes. Oh, Sarah is just too kind, too nice. That's correct, Suzanne. It's kind of a ranking system, apparently. But it's just very cluttered, you know. In a chat, you have the icon, you have avatar, you have the badges, and then you have the crowns as well. Just a lot going on. Maybe that's what they want. They want the chat to be very cluttered, very busy. Zoom in a little bit more. So these are the stitches that I mistakenly marked. I don't even know when that happened. It's very strange. Ginny says I'm number one for now. Yes, Ginny. You have to work hard to keep it, okay? It could be taken away. If you miss the classes for 2 days, you know, you're down to number 3. Oh, dear. Oh, this is so relaxing to do. Seriously, if you haven't tried 14 counts on Ada for a little while, oh, give it a go. It's so relaxing to do. And find a nice chart that's not too complicated, you know, not too confetti. And it could be your reset piece, you know, kind of a palette cleanser piece. So nice. Oh, is it chocolate time for Henny? We could have a chocolate break, actually. Oh, is it chocolate time? Okay, then. Yeah, I'll go with the chat. If it's chocolate time, let's have some chocolate, then. Yes. Let's go. Let me just dot this one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't get lost, you know. Here, let me park it here. 1 part thread. Yes, let's have some chocolate then. Power snacks, power drinks, bring it on. I've got my tea here. And I'm going to bring out my chocolate brick, okay? Susan says, I see the crowns. Yes, I see the crowns now, but far less. So I'm just thinking maybe they're selectively disabling that feature for some users. Because I don't see them as, you know, as many of them. Because normally, Susan, you should have a crown as well, because Susan is commenting fair bit. So it's all a bit random. All right then, now let's have a look. Let me bring on my ever-shrinking chocolate brick. Okay, done. It's getting shorter. Actually, this is not the true representation of the size. Now, this is the size. If you've been following Yogi's stream, okay, you probably see this chocolate brick shrinking day by day, and for good reasons, okay, because we have chocolate time. We enjoy our chocolate. So here, but I still got a big chunk left. I've got two chunks of this size still, and they're bricks. The other day, someone described it as bricks, and I think it's totally appropriate because it's so big, really big, really thick. This is not ordinary chocolate pieces. This is a chocolate brick. Okay. So here we go. Cheers, everyone. If you don't have chocolate, my condolences. Okay. When the technology finally catches on, I will be sending a piece like this to through the computer. Okay. But until then, you know, I'm gonna enjoy it myself and provide your own chocolate. Okay. This is that kind of a stream. Bring your own chocolate. Bring your own chocolate kind of stream. Karen Sutherland, hello. Ooh, what a relief. I recognize that name. Welcome. Janine says, that's why I like the stamp kits. Just stitch the symbols. Don't have to mark stitches. Don't have to see where I'm going. No decisions. Yes, I think it's very similar. And with a pattern like this, to be honest, it's quite relaxing. Even though, yeah, you know, sometimes you mark the wrong stitches. But other than that, it's very relaxing to stitch. And also, you know, it's got healthy amount of color changes. Because if it's just one, you know, let's say the whole block just the same color, I'll probably just go numb with my mind. But it's the fact that it's got, you know, it's blending in the different colors, but not too many, you know. And Amira says, regarding the stamp kit, she says, I disagree with that. You still have a lot of decisions. What color next? Which area next? From where should I take this thread? Well, I think with stitching, you can probably make it as intricate, you know, involves a lot of decision making, or you can keep it very simple. For instance, if you think about Nikki, she just takes 310 and just keep traveling with it. That's one way of doing it. So you don't have to pick colors. Or you could do row by row if you prefer. Callum says, I love chocolate on the other side of the living room. Travel over there. Have you got a bicycle? I don't know how big your living room, you know, how far away your living room is. If you need to hop on a bicycle and get there, do it, Callum. It's worth it. Look at this. It's delicious. Well, maybe Callum's living in a castle, you know. So living room is actually, you know, in the other wing. She has to travel really far. But just hop on a bicycle. That's what bicycles are for. So you can get to your chocolate. So good. And a sip of my peppermint tea. in my flask, okay, guys? Thermal flask. Rajal says, I like printed cross stitch as well. I think that's what you're doing today, isn't it? It's Rajal, right? Raju can't. Oh dear, my brain is fried. Well, I can imagine STEM kids to be quite relaxing actually, because all the floss tubers I've seen working on STEM kit, most of them do kind of cross country type thing, just follow the symbol from the top. So, you know, you can, well, I suppose you can do typewriting kind of color selection, or just, you know, whatever color you like. Well, I'm sure some decision making is still, you know, involved, but probably a little bit more relaxing once you pick the color, right? And you just stitch wherever you want. And also the stitch count tend to be slightly lower, a little bit lower. The highest I've seen is like 18 counts or something. I don't think they even go up, because when the stitches are so small, you can't put a symbol in. So technically, that may be an issue. So essentially, you're stitching slightly larger stitches, and by default, it's just a bit, you know, a little bit easy, a little more easier going, I think. Oh, but definitely go for 14. It's so nice. Lizzie says, so with parking, you stitch the color only in one square and part the threads in the place of the first stitch in that color in the next square. Lizzie, is that a question or you're explaining the method? So I'm not quite sure. If it's a question, the best thing is you can watch my demo for my block stitching. The rules are actually quite simple. Simple. It's just a matter of, you know, getting your brain to work that way. Because if you do cross country all the time, the instinct is probably trying to stitch wherever you want, but you're actually working within a block. Essentially, you're just doing color completion within the 10 by 10 block. That's it. And then park accordingly. So Nati says, call me alien. I actually love 1 by 1 full cross, 32 counts with size 28 needles. Oh, 1 over 1 full cross. That's quite full, isn't it? That's what I was trying to do with my Christmas project and failed miserably. But as I said, some stitchers might find it, you know, perfectly okay. So I think it's very much the individual. And also, if you like the you know, stitching experience, that's probably the most important thing. I didn't enjoy it that much. It feels a little bit clunky. Back to this beautiful blue. That was a nice chocolate break. You know, I always felt really refreshed after a few bites of chocolate. The magical food. Magical chocolate. So Callum doesn't live in a castle. Who knows? But I always keep my chocolate nearby. Sometimes it's emergency. I need my chocolate now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me do that one. Oh, right, Raja, you're diamond painting, not doing the stamp kit. Okay. And Raja is doing my God picture. It's 80 by 120 centimeters. I'm guessing. Or stitches. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, strange night. Let's have a look. Karen Sutherland says the high quality stamp kits, stamp stitch kits are still very challenging. Lots of decision making. I bet. Yes. But I think the relaxing part is once you pick a color and know, which area you're working on, you don't have to constantly refer to the pattern. I think that's the kind of slightly easier part. But I'm sure there's still different strategies you have to apply for the stitching. Otherwise, it might get out of hand. Whoops. So Stitching Betty says, I'm the only one can hear Yogi swallow. I actually noticed I listened for it. Really? Yes, it's a very good microphone. Just put it that way. It's a very good microphone. And also it's pinned under my chin. It's on top of my collar there. I'm wearing a t-shirt. So it's a professional grade microphone, so it picks up quite a lot of things, and it's quite good. It doesn't pick up too much of the background noise, so even if there's wash machine going, you probably don't hear it. But I can believe you can hear me swallowing. Some people like that. There are YouTube channels, literally just people eating and swallowing food. I know for some people that's the worst nightmare. But apparently some people enjoy it, So it's part of the features of Yogi Stream. There's food, whatever it's called, thingy. So Henny can hear it as well. Dear, oh dear. I am only human. I have to swallow sometimes if I'm drinking, my tea. Janine says the stamp kits now are much more quality. Much more quality now than they used to be, and there is some decision making, but I work around points of interest and just work around that. It's hard to explain. Yes, I'm glad to hear that STEM kits are actually, pretty good quality now, because my impression of them tend to be maybe badly charted or slightly crude looking, just not too sure. Maybe that's why I haven't tried them, but I'm glad to hear that that's not the case anymore. 1, 2, hang on. 1, 2, that one. No castle. Colleen says, chocolate has high level of magnesium. I crave it after hot yoga if my electrolytes are low. Oh, yes. If you do hot yoga, make sure you have plenty of good salt. Himalayan salt or molten salt. And it's really important, because you sweat a lot with hot yoga. And chocolate is really good. It's got all sorts of goodness. The antioxidant, just generally really good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alison says, I started with royal rolls to get the general idea, and then ended up doing my own thing, generally in block of 4. So start with royal roll, so you park, right? And then cross country, I'm guessing. There are quite a lot of methods. You can kind of combine them together. So for instance, typewriter, essentially, typewriter is just color selection choice. Ultimately, you are doing cross country, and you can cross country far, depending on how long your thread is. And you can do typewriter with color completion, all sorts. And also when you do a block by block parking, in terms of how you complete the block, it's up to you. You can do typewriting if you want to. You can do minimum to max. You can do max to minimum. You can follow DMC numbers, whichever you want to complete this block as you park. So there are a lot of different methods that you can introduce into your parking, or any way of stitching, really. It makes it fun, really fun to do. And at the moment, I'm doing minimum to max color completion. It's very relaxing to do. Karen says, if you look at the work by Stamped Stitch Club, the prints are wonderfully detailed and licensed artwork and very different to the older kids. I'll definitely look into their work, actually, their products. I'd like to try. And it sounds lovely because I think someone posted some pictures of, I'm pretty sure it's this company you mentioned. And I'd like to try it because just so far that I haven't found a pattern I'm interested. And also I was kind of worried maybe it's not so well charted. But now I'll probably look into that company. What's it called again? Slow Stitch Club. That makes sense. That's easy to remember. Slow Stitch Club. I'll have a look. I'd like to try it. All right, I'm gonna end this thread here and pick up another thread. Here we go. And I've got 18 more to go. Not bad, not bad. So just have a sip of my tea here. Alison says YouTube has a few tutorials on royal rolls, but girl who came up with the idea is Alison Royal. Yes, I've heard about Alison. I'm pretty sure I've come across her channel before. When I first heard about royal rolls, I was really curious, and I remember, if I remember correctly, there's some tutorials there from her channel, but they're really blurry. So I don't know, maybe they were made a long time ago and they were really blurry. So I got a general idea. But I don't know whether the lady's still making content. And Alison says I mix up all Lisette methods depending on what I'm stitching and my mood. And that's the beauty of learning different stitching methods, because once you have those methods in your repertoire, in your tool belt or toolbox, so to speak, you can pull them out if you understand the methodology or each methods, pros and cons. And you can combine them as you stitch. That's the great thing. And, you know, it has no sort of negative impact on what you're stitching, because ultimately you're just making stitches. How you get there, it doesn't matter, as long as it's fun, you know. I'm switching back and forth all the time. It's like this block over here, I forgot to show you. So on my fabric here, you can see there's some part threads here, you know, like a block. This is so I use this piece to demonstrate block by block the demo. So I basically move slightly away from this area and just pick a block and use that for demonstration. So when I get to this area, I'll clear the part threads here. So I just left the part threads as they are from the demo. And I'll clear them up and maybe do a little bit of a block by block parking as well if I fancy. So oh, Alice and Rennie. So that was you. Yes, I saw your photos and I thought, well, that looks really nice. So that was from Slow Stitch Club. I'll definitely look them up. So thank you for sharing that. Janine says, Stamp Stitch Club, Painting Fairy, 101, a 121 stitch, Dream Stitch, all well charted and printed. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yes, I think my impression was kind of left when I saw some floss tubers stitching certain pieces, and they just look slightly crude, you know what I mean? So, and I don't want to spend time stitching something that's going to look rubbish, to be honest. So that was kind of my understanding of the stamp kit. So I'm glad to know that's different now. Right, I'm gonna pick a couple more A23 here. So I'm gonna take 2 pieces actually. And I've got 18 stitches to go with this color. I think I'm doing pretty well today. Nine Amira. See you soon. Henny says 121 stitch. Change the name to 5 stitch. So from 121 stitch, they lost quite a lot of stitches. Now they only have 5 stitch. 5 stitches. Oh dear. And Karen says 121 stitch is part of Painting Fairy. All of their work is licensed art. I'm not so sure about the main Painting Fairy as to license. Oh, are they not clear about the licensing? All right, let me thread these ones. All right then, 18 more stitches around here. Alison says the one thing you may not like about stamp kits is the material is very stiff. That's true. They always look, they're not fabric, are they? They're more like some sort of canvas because you can't really frame them, can you? You have to use, well, maybe you can if you have a scroll frame, but not like a hoop. I don't think they will fit on a hoop because it's so stiff. Yeah, who knows? I love to try it. I may not like it, but at least I've tried. So, I'll definitely give it a go so I can, have a well-formed opinion about it. One, two. Oh, so some AI generated thing. Well, if they're transparent about it and they go, well, these are, because if it's a licensed art, there should be an artist's name that you can trace. I think the best thing, well, I noticed that you could very easily trace, you can just Google the artwork and do a scan for the image, and you will come up with the artist's name, even if the company does not provide the artist's name. You can track down the artist quite easily nowadays. You can just scan the photo with Google. So 1, 2, 3 has become 5 stitch. What happened to the remaining stitches? I would like to know. One, two, three, four. A bit more here. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is so relaxing. I love it. Karen says they're 100% cotton, referring to the canvas for the stamp kit. Is it cotton? Huh. So it's fabric. But starch to allow printing accurately. As you stitch, the fabric soften to normal Aida. I use a hoop with mine. Really? Well, I suppose you're quite right. In order to print the symbols on top, they probably need to do something, some sort of a coating. I mean, some Aida, even 14 count Aida, some of them are a little bit stiff. Probably not as stiff as those stamp kits, because from what I can see, they're really, really firm. And I think the advantage of that is probably if you want to do, because quite a lot of floss tubers I've seen doing stamp stitch kits, they do a hand sewing method. And probably because the fabric is quite stiff, it's actually holding it together. So you don't have to manage the fabric as much as you would if you were to do hand sewing with regular fabric. You have to hold it, like roll it up, like stitching mummy. She has to kind of roll up the fabric a lot constantly. But if the fabric is quite stiff, then maybe you don't need to do that. So maybe that's the advantage. Henny says, roll and squish them to make the canvas less stiff. Right. So does it not distort the symbols if you do that? So they're quite the different companies, the different themes. One, two, three, four, 5. Okay, I can spot all of them here. Sarah says, do you have any recommendations for beads that use the DMC numbers or beading, cross-stitching, beaded cross-stitching? Yes, maybe some of you are experienced in beading work. I'm yet to try though. Well, the problem with me is I'm not really into those ladies in dresses. You know, I don't stitch human figures. So those are out of my menu. But I'd like to try some beaded cross-stitching kits. Last one for this color. Very nice. So Alison's using score frame and Q-snap. I think Q-snap might be okay because the fitting is quite loose. But I think hoops like this probably would be challenging. Let me see. A23 finished. Very nice. Very happy with this. One more stitch. And the next one, oh dear, guys, the next color, I've got 148 stitches. Yay! I'll be flying, okay? If you blink, you might not be able to see me stitching. That's how fast I will be. Or maybe not. Maybe just regular speed. Or maybe slightly slower than regular speed. Let's face it, 154. It's a brown. It's a brown. 154. Oh no, it's actually purpley. Purpley, brown, purpley, I don't know, burgundy. 154. Okay, and if you think this is messy, okay, yeah. But everything is in order, okay? They're the way they're supposed to be. I can see the order in chaos. It's true. Karen says, for high quality stamp kits, they're 100% cotton. Cheaper kits could be anything. Yes. And also for those of you who has completed stamp kits, does the ink come off completely? And when you wash it? I'm slightly worried the color, the ink might do something to the stitched area, you know, the stitched fabric. Catherine says, I stitch always in hand. You roll the edge to hang on and hold tension. I think if the fabric is quite stiff, maybe the tension isn't so much a problem, because it's got structure. And it might be slightly easier than stitching soft fabric, you know, because you don't have to work the fabric as hard. Janine says, I don't like stitching in hand, but I do need to use finger protectors on the stamp kit because the fabric's stiff. Oh, does it hurt your fingers? Right, let me start from the bottom this time. Quite fancy that. This is part of the roof. You can see the slanted shape there. The sewing method sounds quite fun. It's just that when I tried it on regular fabric, it just hurt my hands, my wrists, my fingers, everything hurt. So otherwise, it sounds like fun. Whoops. One. One, two. Clara says the ink comes off once washed, so it's not gonna, the color is not going to stain the completed work. Can imagine if you probably go away, finish work, and then you wash it, and the whole thing just turn into a rainbow color. Nice. Karen says, yes, the ink washes out. There was a problem with magenta, but that has been resolved. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I think with stamp kits, it's probably just a matter of finding something that I really want to stitch, because the majority of them, a lot of fantasy themes, a lot of animals. I did, I do sometimes browse around to see if there's something interesting, but I haven't found any patterns I really like. 1, 2. Oh, Janine has posted something on a Facebook group, a Christmas angel. Oh, is that the really large piece? I remember you posted the actual canvas there. That'd be interesting to see. The one on the left. Oh, what have I done? Hang on. Here. Where am I? The same old question. Okay, I've got that one. That one, okay. That's good. Totally lost my way right there. Okay, so that's the one. And coming down, that one's done as well. All right. It's all good. I found it. Found it. A stamp club. Yeah, this is getting more popular, isn't it? I kind of notice more and more of you are doing stamp kits, probably because they're just better quality products and you have more to choose from. All right, 2 more here. This one's got over 130 stitches. Let me take a sip of my tea here. Ooh. Clara says if you're Janine says the inks are vegetable based, so come out very easily. Oh, we like a little bit of plum based ink. And Clara says if you go with really cheap ones, then maybe the problem, maybe problem when you wash. Yes, I can imagine that. So yes. Yes, Karen, that's very dangerous. Browsing pattern sites or cross-stitching sites. Yes. There's always something you like, isn't it? And I think when it comes to stamp kits, maybe in terms of, not just the fact that you don't have to refer to the patterns. I think the general approach to the project may be different, maybe different way of starting and ending. Maybe it's different from regular projects. Let me see where I should take my thread in terms of direction. I think that one's fine. I'm going to take it upwards. Clara says for a while there were some 16 counts that when washed, none of the ink will wash out. Stitches were upset. And can you see through the canvas? If you can't, then maybe it's not so bad. But otherwise, it's like a lot of colors down there. Because the stitch counts tend to be slightly lower, maybe up to 18, and majority of the times you can probably see through the fabric. Like 14 count here, you can see, you can see the Ada through the stitches. So if the ink is not being washed out, then that's probably not very good. And that was kind of my worry. Imagine if you spend like 2 years stitching a piece and then the ink stays on. I suppose starting from the corner makes sense. I remember Travis, who is one of the regulars here, he is stitching a really large Pokemon stamp pattern. And he goes from, I'm trying to think, I think generally he's going from one Pokemon at a time, if I remember correctly. Maybe from the bottom and stitching up, but one Pokemon at a time. So that works too. Okay, let me move it down a little bit, zoom out a little bit so you can't see it. I'm practically flying with the stitches. There. Hello, babe. Oh my goodness. I think, do you know what time it is? It is Dolly time. Babe, hello, good to see you. Please flash some Dolly cards in the chat. And Dolly is here. Hello, babe. Come on over here. Babe. Oh, sweetie. Dolly is needing some attention here. Babe, honey, you want to come over here? Say hello to everybody. Did you have supper? Yeah, you can always tell when she's like, me. You know, do you still love me, mummy? Type of face. Come over here, babe. Honey. Oh, Dolly card is being flashed in the chat there. Dolly, can you see that? The internet sensation. Dolly, little Dolly the Queen. Babe. All right then. Are you sorted? You're good? Oh dear. High maintenance. That's Dolly for you. You know, when she needs attention, she needs attention. That's just the way it is. Oh. Oh, thank you, chat. That's very nice. And Dolly is very happy as well. See? You're YouTube famous. Hello. Hello, Dolly. Exactly. Now I know that movie. Why that movie is called Hello Dolly. Because you just want to say hello Dolly. Yes. Dolly is very happy. Yeah, I think Janine's piece, the STEM kit, is huge, isn't it? It's an epic. It's epic. And what kind of thread, what kind of floss do they come with? Is it similar to Egyptian cotton or maybe DMC? I know she purrs so loud. I'm glad you can hear it. Because sometimes she sleeps next to me and literally it's like a lullaby. Just go purr, purr all night long. And apparently cat purring is actually, it's got healing power. And it's real. It's not just wishful thinking from us. It's got, it's within certain wavelengths or whatever it is. It heals. It heals human body. It heals people. It's got healing power, which I believe. I'm not surprised because it's very soothing to listen to. Claudia, hello, hello, Claudia Catroche. Thank God I can still read your name. She says, "So sorry I'm late. I haven't stitched a bit this week, Claudia. What's happening? Come join us. Just grab any whip. Emergency stitching coming up, Claudia. How do you go by for an entire week without stitching? That's not allowed." Good to see you. I know sometimes life takes over, things get busy, but always make time for yourself and come to see Yogi. Janine says, "My cat purrs a lot and I love it." I know, it's so nice. I think it heals people. Ah, Claudia's got a new job. She says it's a new job which I love, but they wanted to go out to dinner every night. What? What kind of job is that? You have to go out for dinner every night. Outrageous. And she says, "I'm pulling out Curl Up with a Good Book by Randall Spangler." Yes, I'm so excited to make a stream this week. Well done, Claudia. Yes, come and relax with us. You know, digest all that dinner. And I'd like to know where do you work? No. no company name, okay? I don't mean that. You know, what kind of a job that requires you to go out for dinner every night? That's overtime, surely. You should charge them for it. That's at least 3-4 hours of overtime. And Goey Takia. I butchered that one as usual. Hello. Guys, you let me know how to pronounce that one, okay? And unfortunately, my highlighter for chat is broken today. It doesn't let me highlight anything. So there you go. Just look at the chat. Yes, welcome. And Clara says, if you buy these higher priced clear printing companies, Egyptian cotton, drier than DMC, but still nice to work with. If you go with Joy Sunday, etc., they call it Eco cotton, but it's really CXC. So it's all to do with budget, isn't it? Let me see this one. This one's wonky. Let me do it again. Line my needle here. Claudia says, I work for a medical device manufacturer. They flew in 4 other HR folks for my first 4 days to give me a climate. Okay? It's a super great team, so I didn't mind, but I'm glad they flew home today. Oh, so they actually come over from time to time. That's why you have to eat dinner with them. But to be honest, if you have to do it every night, it's quite a chore, isn't it? Because it's your time, and it's nice to have dinner, but not every night, please. That's part of work, isn't it? They should pay you extra for it, plus dinner. Time is precious. Lona says, one of my cats reaches out with her paw and pats my cheek. Oh, that's a sweetheart there. I know. Every morning I just wake up. Sometimes, you know, it takes a little bit longer and longer for me to get out of bed, because the first thing, I just grab my phone and start watching cat videos, like shorts and stuff. There are lots of them. If you look at my feed, oh, it's hopeless. It's full of cats and dog videos. Cool. There. Oh, there's a lot going on here. It's actually more, the more stitches you have, it gets a little bit trickier to identify where you are. because wherever you look, they start to look the same. Let me take a couple more pieces. 154. 154. I like the color actually. Claudia says 4 days in a row was a lot, but I won't have to do it again for quite a while. I did it to get me up to speed. Okay, so it's part of the training dinner. Yeah, just feed Claudia dinner. That's part of the training, you know. She's going to like us more. So she will stay a little bit longer. I see what they're doing. No? And this time I'm going to take across this area. Lona's got talking birds, really? Oh, Sarah says we don't take our phones in the bedroom. Wow, that's very disciplined. But what about emergency? Maybe you wake up in the middle of the night and there's something going on outside, like fire or something. You need your phone. Sarah, you need to keep a phone wherever you go, on the bedside. But I can understand that if you want to, you know, kind of not get into the habit of grabbing your phone all the time, then maybe you need to literally keep it out of the room. But I think it's for safety reasons. I always keep my phone nearby. You just never know what you need it for. No talking birds on YouTube. Oh, there are talking birds on YouTube, for sure. A lot of really funny parrots videos. Janine says, I always watch someone doing a stitch with me before I go to sleep. My husband thinks I'm addicted to cross stitch. I'm guessed. Yeah, Janine, I hope sometime it's Yogi's videos, okay? I understand that. Yes, I can totally understand that because it's really relaxing. Most of the times, you know, with Stitch with me, there's this person talking, if it's a talking one, and, you know, there isn't sort of weird sound effects or editing or anything like that. It's really just someone talking about things you love. And we're always learning, even when we're half asleep or when we're sleeping. So maybe, Janine, in your sleep, you actually picked up a few tips, stitching tips, while you were not listening. But you are actually listening. You know, your brain is still functioning, learning. Yeah, my YouTube feed and also my Instagram feed, majority of it is either stitching or is it it's animal related, and sometimes true crime. Because with YouTube, not so much the Instagram, but sometimes my YouTube will have some true crime. So it's quite you know, a bit of contrast between fluffy animals and true crime and stitching. That's mostly what I watch. And the thing about animal videos is that you have no idea what you're going to come across. So sometimes it just happen to be something that's really sad or quite moving. Like the other day, oh, I saw this video. I think it's a pretty old. I don't think how old. I don't know how old that is. Maybe a few years ago. I don't know how old the video actually has been around, but it's about a lady. It's one of the BBC programs about wildlife, and there was this lady who is kind of a shark, not shark, a whale expert. She swims with whales for many years. That's kind of, you know, she's a scientist and she loves animals, and so it's one of her sort of specialities to swim with whales. And there was one occasion she was talking about this experience with the whales. I'm not sure it's what type of whale that was. It's quite an odd looking whale. There are different types. And she was talking about an experience that, you know, she was swimming around whales all the time. They kind of got used to her. They never tried to attack her, and she knew how to deal with them. There was one occasion, one of the really big whale just starting sort of nudging her and trying to push her toward a certain direction, and try to get her to be on the whale's back so the whale could carry her somewhere else, something like that. And really unusual behavior. And it turned out because in the beginning she was trying to fight it, because she said, well, what is this whale trying to do to me? It looked like, you know, the whale was trying to attack her or something. But she kind of stayed with the whale, and the whale eventually pushed her all the way to her boat, to her team. And lo and behold, she looked past the whale, and there was the largest shark she ever saw, swimming really fast toward her direction. And it turned out the whale was trying to save her and push her all the way to her boat. I ask you. And she saw the whale the shark coming, so she climbed on the boat and managed to escape. And the whale just kind of stayed there for a little bit, making sure that she was okay, and then you know, left quietly. That was so moving, just the way she described it. And then a year later, the same whale, because she could recognize there's some characteristics on the whale's body she could recognize. She came across the same whale a year later, coming to check on her to see if she was okay. I was sobbing by the time I finished that video. And that was just me getting up in the morning, watching YouTube video, I ask you. Before I even left my bed, I was sobbing. Oh, so there you go. Oh, Jackie, you saw it. Yes, that's it. That's the one. Wasn't that moving? That was just so moving. It was just so magical that, you know, we're sometimes just thinking sort of human beings being the center of the universe. No, there are a lot of creatures around us. There's, full of wisdom and compassion and love. And yeah, that was so beautiful, isn't it, Jackie? I'm glad someone else actually saw it. It was one of the BBC programs, and I can't remember the lady's name. Otherwise, you can probably look it up. It's such a great interview, and she described it in a way that was just, oh, yes, so it's very, very moving, very moving. So sometimes that's what happens before I even get out of bed. Just watching these weird and wonderful videos. Oh, Janine says, thank God you didn't say the shark, not the whale, because that would make me cry. I can't watch animal shows that die in some way. Same here, Janine. I'll share a secret with you. It's not a secret, but any movies, any films that's got animals in them, I can't watch. I could just manage Lion King, I remember, but I was sobbing at the end. Or even happy films about animals. I just can't. I can't watch them. I just cannot, because I just get really emotional. So yes, I get it. I get it. But yeah, sometimes you just come across some weird and wonderful stories. And to be honest, there was another one on, I think it was on Netflix. I don't know, any of you have seen it. It's called My Octopus Teacher. It was a documentary. I think it was on either Prime or Netflix. I can't remember. Oh man, if you fancy a little bit of a calamari, don't watch it, because afterwards you will not be able to eat squid or octopus ever again. It's just not possible. Okay, so that's a good one to watch if you're brave enough. It's very, very moving. Janine as well. Yeah, I know. It's just too much, isn't it? Even happy animal films, even like cartoons, I can't. I just don't want to go there. Callan says, isn't there a species of whales that mess with killer whales, like ruin their hunt and stuff? Even like just being pranksters. They're really, really intelligent, actually. It's frightening, because sometimes it's really hard to acknowledge that certain type of animals, they're emotional, they grieve, they have love for others, anything that's beyond just survival. And sometimes we don't want to acknowledge it because it's hard. If we acknowledge that, then what are we doing to them? It's very hard to face up what's happening with everything that we do to animals. It's a very hard sort of thing to swallow, I think. Callan says, humpbacks. Huh. Janine says, Dances with Wolves traumatized me. I've never seen that film. I'm not even, yeah, I don't even know if I knew it was animal related. I suppose it's wolf related, but I've never seen that one. Can't say good thing I hate seafood. Then you're qualified to watch my octopus teacher. It should still be on either Prime or maybe Netflix. It's an amazing documentary. And you know, octopus and squid, we know they're really, really intelligent. They, you know, they can camouflage, change colors based on situation. It's the kind of intelligence that we do not understand, you know. We can't simulate. And yes, it's totally beyond us, the kind of ability they have. And they play as well. There's a really famous clip of, I think it was squid, maybe octopus, playing with a coconut underwater. It's just a half coconut. And the squid is just using it as a toy and to create entertainment for themselves. Stitching, Betty says. So Jaws is a big no. Well, I say no to Jaws for different reasons. Okay, I'm not worrying about having to consume a whole box of tissue, you know, tissues, for slightly different reasons. No Jaws, no. That's true. That's animal as well, isn't it? Gorilla in the Mist. Oh, I think I probably have seen that. That's just too sad. No. Yes, I know it's a I think I've seen it. It's quite an old film, isn't it? Yes, really, really sad. Janine says, I think octopus are aliens. They regrow their tentacles. They can squish the entire body into a tiny space. They change colors and they're smart. Yes, it's not hard to find YouTube videos or documentary clips that you can teach them to use tools. So they know how to open jars. They can figure things out. Sometimes you don't even need to teach them. They have ways to figure out how to open things, how to use tools. So they get to food or whatever. I mean, my squirrels, my neighborhood squirrels, there's one of them, there's a captain one, okay? This is not Captain Squirrel, but one that's the sort of least, you know, most fearless, basically, and really friendly with me. And I've taught him how to open Tupperware. So the nuts I give them are kept in a plastic Tupperware, a big box. And gradually, he just learned how to open it. Like, you know, most of them having sort of clip-on sort of sides, 4 sides, right? And this little squirrel figured out he just need to pull one, open one side, everything else just come apart. And he knows where I keep the container. Even if I keep it in a cupboard, he would try to come in if the window's open and try to open the cupboard cupboard door. It's crazy how smart the little squirrels are. Oh, which film, Ginny? Is it the gorilla one? Yes, it's very upsetting. Yes, only watch it if you have a few tissue, few boxes of tissues ready. It's heartbreaking as well. It's just, yes, it's too much, too much. I don't think I'll watch it again. And it's got Sigourney Weaver, I think, playing the lady. Colleen says, speaking of octopuses being alien, if you have not seen Resident Alien, very funny comedy show that has some seasons on Netflix. Epic octopuses as alien. Oh, really? Is it recent? I don't watch anything that's kind of longer than one episode, but so it's called Resident Alien. Yes, they're probably the closest thing on Earth that's to alien beings. They're operating in a totally different way. As Janine says, they regrow their body parts. I mean, lizards do that as well to a great extent. A lizard is quite weird as well. And also they change colors, don't they? Lizards and octopus as well. Yes, I remember seeing one clip that I just can't get over with I think it was, maybe there is squids or maybe octopus. I think there's maybe squids. Literally, there was one clip of one squid is trying to mate with a female squid. Okay, and but the squid has got a rival somewhere in the distance there. So the squid basically, so imagine if there's the main squid, okay, that we're talking about, and there's a love rival, a male squid somewhere there, and there's another squid, the female squid is somewhere in the middle there, and literally this male squid, the leading guy, come between the two, and the female and the love rival comes through in the middle, and as the squid is swimming through trying to attract the female, the squid is split in the middle with the color. One side, I can't remember what color that was, basically kind of attractive, kind of sexy color, maybe pink, I can't remember, showing half of his body to the female squid and try to be attractive, and the other side, literally straight lines through the middle, is dark and black and intimidating, and try to drive the love rival away, and the squid just swimming through like that, split in the middle like Two-Face, that cartoon character, and straight in the middle, one side is loving and the other side is dark and scary. That's a squid for you, and that's a plate of calamari, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Think twice next time when you have your fried calamari, okay? That's what's happening. That's the kind of intelligence and ability, superhuman ability they have. Oh, it's mind-blowing. I couldn't believe it. Thank God I was vegetarian by then. I didn't have to struggle. No chance I'm going to go near them and try to eat them. Oh, this world is so weird. And the weird thing is, because of the internet, we get to discover all these things we didn't know before. Before, you have to, wait for BBC to drop a nice documentary there, and you know a little bit of something, and you have to wait for the next documentary. And now everything is like everywhere, every time, all at the same time. Is no that movie title? Everywhere, every time, every whatever, all at once. That's a bit like this every day for us in terms of information. So, and now I cannot figure out where I am. I think it's here. All right. Yes. Found it. It's just totally mind-blowing. There's some sort of amazing creatures around us. See you later, Hennies. Janine says, animals are smarter than we give them credit for. Not the dances with wolves. Yes. I haven't seen that film. I'll probably, if it's going to be upsetting, I'm not gonna watch it. It's too much. Karen says, I love the way this chat evolves into weird topics. Yes, alien octopus subject coming up. Yes, I know. It's like we don't know where it's going, but you guys drive the chat. I'm just tagging along. Yes, every day is a new day when it comes to topics. All right, I've got 50 more of this color. I'm not doing too badly. It's going really well. No disasters so far yet. Who knows? 154, 154. 154, 2 more pieces. I'm sure you can probably look up that squid video. I'm sure it's somewhere. It was totally viral at that time, I think, when I saw it. It's just mind-blowing. Right, should I start from the top? Let me start from here then. That's sensible. And recently I saw another video. Is squid? I'm pretty sure squid. Maybe I think it was octopus. It was a guy on YouTube. He's a scientist or some sort of, something of that nature. And he made this video of basically he went to the market and bought, I can't remember where he lived. He actually just went to the market and bought a live squid from the market for food, and they were there to be sold as food. And he bought one squid home and started to teach the squid how to play keyboard, how to play piano. So it was an experiment. So he's got a fish tank, and he got the squid in the tank and set up as the squid's home, instead of being, someone's fried calamari, and the squid was there. Oh no, I think it was octopus, and gradually they became friends and started to communicate. And this guy had a custom built keyboard that you can, place underwater in a fish tank, and the squid or the octopus started to play with the keyboard and start to create harmony with this guy. The guy was playing guitar at the same time in front of the fish tank, and the squid just start hitting on random keys on the keyboard on piano, and they created music together. So that's an interesting lifestyle, So that happened too. Catherine says, my PhD is molecular genetics. Model was what? Drosophila fruit flies. Okay. They display all qualities of sentience. Avoid danger. Show affection. Fruit flies commit suicide. Like alcohol more than sex. That's okay. Wow, fruit flies. Interesting. Yes. And also a lot of those group sort of insects like ants and stuff, maybe individually you might go, well, they kind of quite simple, but as a group there's a sort of higher level intelligence on the sort of group level, if you know what I mean. So as a whole, there's some, they know their roles, what they're supposed to be doing, and they work together. So individually, as a single ant, you might go, well, it's just an ant. But overall, there's a higher level intelligence on a group level. They just know what to do together. We don't always know, but as humans, but ants do. They know their purpose in life and their responsibilities, and they do it. No questioning. Catherine says, my son loves ants. They're very intelligent. Oh, I was just talking about that, yes. And we watched them moan a murdered ant. For as long as we watched, they kept up a whole ceremony. But how do you tell an ant has been murdered? Did someone come forward with a weapon? Wow. And Catherine says, octopus is smarter than us, at least on par. Yes, well, they have abilities, though, they're just beyond comprehension as far as being human goes. Because if you talk about speed, for instance, there are animals that can run really fast, or, we can't fly, but we can understand flying a little bit more. And we can understand if something's moving really fast. Because in some way we can run as well. We can run a little bit faster, maybe not as fast, but we understand that type of ability. But color changing is not one of those things that we understand or can begin to understand. Like some lizards, the colors changes based on environment, and also changes depends on the moods. And also there was another clip, one of those weird videos I saw. I think it was a squid for sure. It literally, it was a clip that the owner of the squid was trying to kind of, poke fun by teasing the little, I think it was squid, I can't tell them apart, or kettlefish, something like that. And literally that squid the front part of the squid turned into a human face, and the human face looked angry, literally, like in front of your eyes. There was no doctoring, there's no special effect. It was just a clip of videos of this squid literally manifest a human face on their body, and maybe try to intimidate or try to show you they're mad. It was terrifying, though, knowing that they have that level of ability to just grow a face pattern on their body. What is that? How does that work? I don't know. So it's not even something that we can relate to in any shape or form. It's just beyond anything. And apparently elephants as well. Elephants, they moan their loved ones if they pass on. Oh, this feels so good. And one more here. Just need to double check that I'm actually all right. I missed one stitch. I think I maybe have done this stitch in a slightly incorrect position. It's supposed to be here. So I am going to fudge it, okay? I'm not going to get, I'm going to just make the executive decision to fudge it. I'm going to just do it in the correct location. I think this stitch is probably quite close in color, so we're okay. We're okay. All right. So full transparency here, just in case someone goes, Yogi, just so you know that I know. So here, now it makes a lot more sense. Janine says, have you seen the video of a bull who saw a big turtle upside down, and the bull used his horns to turn the turtle right side up? Wow. I haven't seen it, but I believe it. Yes, I believe it. To help out the fellow, not quite fellow turtle, but maybe they're besties, Yes. And I think it's probably similar to what we saw in that video with the lady talking about the whale trying to save her. They're not even friends. It's just a kind of random act of kindness, just to help out another creature. And that's coming from much higher intelligence than just survival, isn't it? You care about others' well-being. There's one more. Hang on. Mirror neurons. It's fascinating. I've got 28 more stitches of this color. I think I'm doing really well today. Oh, it's past 12. My goodness. I had no idea. Where's time gone? So I might finish this 28 stitches, and this will be my last color here. Time always flies when we're talking about alien creatures. Here we go. So of course, by the end of the stream, we're going to play this game together. It's for you to come forward to guess how many stitches I've done, okay? And if you're new to the game, regulars know. They know what they're doing. They probably, start counting already, okay? But if you're new to the chat or new to the channel and you have no idea what's going on, yes, indeed. At the end of every stream, you can come forward and pull a number forward and guess how many stitches I've done in this stream. And you might go, I have no idea. Well, me either. All right, so there's two of us. You're in good company. So it's a wild guess, okay? Don't tell anybody. I like to make it look really complex and really sophisticated, but ultimately it's a wild guess, okay? And you can do it, I can do it. But it doesn't mean you win though. So every night we have a winner, sometimes more. And if you win, goodness, look at the chat. You get a respect round of applause from the chat. Your winner of tonight, and sharing the victory with Yogi. Yogi wins every single night, okay? And also, you get to join the feast. We have emoji feast every night. No, I put it that way. Yes, it's buffet, emoji buffet. Yes, the most abundant on the internet. You don't get this anywhere else, okay? And if you like to enjoy the buffet with me, it's like having tea with the queen. How nice is that? And come forward, okay? And put a number in the chat, and you can go hiding if you like. You're allowed. You're allowed to hide. I like to hide sometimes. I get it. But just come forward. You can do a guess and run, okay? Put a number in and just join in the fun. Maybe you get to win tonight. How great is that? And what a way to celebrate Thursday, right? Every day is a celebration. And why not celebrate the day with a victory? And as the numbers are flowing in with all the strange names. Okay, some of them I recognize. All right. And I am going to bring on our super duper machine. Okay, you've seen this before. You probably saw it last night. But tonight, every day is a shocker when you see it. Okay, there you go. That's our Guess My Stitches machine right there in front of your eyes. I know it's unbelievable. It's just like alien squid. It's manifested in front of your eyes. And as I'm going to keep stitching until I run out of this thread, hopefully complete all the stitches here. Maybe not. I think I've got a few more loose ones there, but I will take care of the ones in this area here. Okay, hopefully. And we'll have a look at your submissions. Okay, so you have a few moments there. Grab the opportunity. Who knows? You know, victory could be yours. Victory is always mine. I know. It's so unfair, isn't it? Life is not fair, all right? Yogi wins every night. Let me do 2 more, maybe 3 more stitches. 3 more stitches. See if I can manage with this tiny bit of leftover thread. All right. If I'm lucky, I might be able to do this one here and then jump over to do the last one there. Nearly falling off the view there, I know. It's a very large area I'm working on today. And maybe I get to do the last one over here, right? And you still have a few moments to come forward for the game. All right, come play with us. It's good fun. And I am going to end my thread here tonight. Oh, it's so fun to do, and time really flies. It's crazy. I love it. And so let me give you a quick recap here, okay? As you come forward with your number here. Today I'm going from minimum to max in this quite a large area, and it's about 5 by 6, and it's 14 counts. So I'm traveling physically quite far. Okay, that's why even the camera cannot capture everything sometimes, and so it's going really well. Currently, I've only got four more colors left, and this area will be completed, which is quite extraordinary. And I'm really enjoying it. It's so relaxing, and it's a great pattern to work with. If you don't know what this markup looks like, this is it. Okay, it's gorgeous. It's by John O'Brien. It's a beautiful artwork and beautifully charted. All right, guys, let's have a look at today's submission here. Here we go. So from the top, from the top is from Chloe C. I can't keep my eyes open much longer. I'm off to bed. Well done, Chloe. And Chloe's guess is 479. Really? Oh, you're my favorite, Chloe. And 99, Chloe. And Colleen, 299. And Susan, 256. Stitching Betty knows. I think it's Betty Lou Taylor. No, I can't remember. Sorry. 347. You know who you are. You know. And Ring 323. And Janine 368. And Karen 270. Love Drunk 245. Busy Mom 285. And Jamie 237. And Diana 333. Very nice. I love people unlurking themselves. I love it. And Catherine 345, Lona 301, and Rajal 350. Chua 288. Chua, I posted that link on our Facebook. Okay, the link how to fix the log files. So look it up. And Christy 3237, and Natty 235, Callan 256, Jackie 356, and Clara 275, and Callan 270. But since you have to remove stitches, maybe 230. No, I restitch those offending stitches. They're here. All right, so it's all good. Put it back to 270. And Captain Squirrel 242, and Linny 317, and Marianne 412. Oh, very high there. And no, don't delete it. No, no, no. I stitch back. I stitch back. These are the ones. All right, and keep them there. Okay. So let's have a look, guys. Are you ready to look at the app that does not lie? Yes. Let's see if it's lying tonight. Boom. Let's go. All right. I'll highlight this box here so you know where I am. That's where I am. Second page from the top left here. Okay. There you go. So counting down. 3, 2. Are you ready to find out who the winner is tonight? And 1. There you go. Ooh. Okay. Okay. 229. Okay. I thought maybe it would be kind of over 300, but who knows? Who knows? You know, I have to, you know, my saga doesn't lie. So 229, guys, 229. It's not bad. Anything about 200 is a good day, right? 229. So my highlighter is broken. So I'm going to look at the chat as it is. And let's have a look. 229, who's the winner? Help me out. 229. Jamie is 237. And 229. Anyone closer? Natty's 235. And who's the winner? Anyone? Anyone closer? 229. 229. Susan, Callum, 230. Callan, 230? Really? Where? 256. Callum's 256. 230. All right, I see. The second, the modified number is 230. All right then. Callan, yes, Callan Cunningham. Yes, there you are. Well done. Callan is our winner tonight. My highlighter is broken, so look at the chat there. Yes, it's all there. And yes, so it's yes, so guess my stitch is broken, you see. So look at the chat panel. That's why I was looking at the screen. It's frozen. Yes, it's frozen earlier on, you notice. But it's all captured within the chat panel. Okay, guys, you can see it. The crowns are coming up from everyone there. And yes, some Dolly. Can we have some Dolly love? Dolly's for victory as well, you know. And lovely buffet coming up for Callan here. Yes, and also some 99 icon there for Yogi and all the guys in Europe. Okay, thanks for joining me today, and hopefully they're gonna fix the name thing. And also my chat is also broken. Not my chat, my guess my stitch is broken. I'll try to fix it, okay, for the next stream. So tomorrow is Friday, and we're starting a couple of hours later on Fridays and Mondays, okay? If you don't know already, put it on your calendar so you don't get confused. And I'll be teaching the yoga class in the evening and come back and join you for a nice, relaxing spot of stitching. Okay, guys? Yes, all the Dolly and 99 emoji there. Night-night, everyone. Love you all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Night-night. Bye.